Debutantes. Today for our Sunday lunch recipe, we are going to make the super simple pasta salad. This pasta salad is so easy to make. This is one of Maureen's favorites, so I'm making it for her housewarming party, if I could talk. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's getting ready to storm here, but I have to make the pasta salad, so I figured I would go ahead and shoot this video for you. So what you're going to need is this tri-colored pasta. This is Ronzoni Garden Delights. I have my water boiling. Just follow the directions on cooking this and just cook this up with a little bit of salt in the water. So you need, what size box? This is a 12-ounce box. The Wacky Mac works really well in this recipe, but this was on sale. The next most important thing is you're going to need a bottle of Italian salad dressing. Your favorite, of course. It doesn't have to be anyone in particular. This is a 16 full ounce bottle, and this is basically the sauce or the dressing for the pasta salad. And then all you need are the items that you want to put into your pasta salad. I'm using carrots, celery, cucumber, and these measurements, you kind of make the salad and see, okay, it needs more carrots, it needs more celery. I don't have exact measurements. Fresh broccoli, which I'm going to chop these into tiny pieces. Actually, I'm chopping everything into tiny pieces. And then I bought this little tiny can of olives that are pre-chopped. This is a 4 1/4 ounce can. Normally I chop the olives myself, but I tend to eat half the jar and only half of them go into the salad. So this time I bought them pre-chopped so that I will not eat them by the spoonful. So basically this is all that you need for your pasta salad. I'm going to go ahead and put my noodles in the water, and then I'm going to start chopping up everything, and I'll show you a quick tip on the celery and how finely I chop everything when I get everything chopped up. Alright, I don't know, I think I've showed this to you all once before. This is my vegetable peeler. I got this at Target on clearance. I want to say it was like $1.79. This is my new favorite kitchen tool. So the trick I wanted to show you with this celery is, you know how when you eat celery and you have those horrible strings and you're chewing, can't get rid of the strings? Well, we are going to just take our vegetable peeler and just peel those strings right off. You will have to clean your peeler because they'll get jammed up. But you just take the vegetable peeler, go down the back of the rib of celery, and just take those strings right off. This works really well for a vegetable platter. You can, do this first and then cut it into little sticks. So, and then all I'm doing is I have my empty pasta box here for all of my garbage, so I'm not making a whole lot of mess. So I'm just going to finish taking the strings off, and then I'm going to chop up the celery. Alright, so we are going to cut the carrot and the celery right now. I've already cut some up, but I wanted to talk to you about knives. Guys, you need to buy the best knives you can afford. This one is a Wusthof knife that my husband bought me for Christmas one year from Williams & Sonoma. I love this knife. This is really great for meats and anything bigger. And then I have a very similar knife. This is actually a KitchenAid knife, and I think my mother purchased this for me at Target. I just keep them sharp, and I cannot tell you, your tools are your most important thing. They will make your life so much easier. So let's talk about how I'm going to chop this up. Now, I am sure everyone knows how to chop up carrots and celery, but just, you're going to chop off the ends. I've already peeled these carrots with my handy dandy peeler. I've already done that to the celery. I've washed it, and then I'm just going to cut it in fourths, trying to follow if it has like a crazy curve or something. And remember, if your knife is nice and sharp, your knife will do the work. And then I'm going to cut those again. So they're kind of like nice matchsticks. This would be good for like a vegetable tray. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the carrots. Now, ladies, you have to be careful, and gentlemen, cutting carrots, because they're round, they will tend to want to slip. So I cut them in half, and then I put the flat side down and do the same thing. And I'm actually going to cut these one more time into matchsticks. Now you could cut these one more time, but I'm not feeling that brave today. So that's what I'm going to do. So then, I don't know how to do that handy dandy curve your knuckle thing in. So I just kind of get all my ends straight, and then I'm just going to chop these up just like that. And I'm going to do the same exact thing to the carrots. Alright, so now we're going to cut the cucumber. As you can see, I've peeled it. I haven't been like 100% perfect. because when am I ever 100% perfect? So again, we're gonna cut the ends off because nobody wants to eat those ends. Put them in my box. I think I'll cut these in half this time. I'm gonna cut this into like cucumber spears because I don't want the seeds for the salad. I'm making this the night before and I'm afraid it'll get yucky and soupy. So I'm just gonna cut them in spears. I'm just gonna cut those seeds right out of there. Easy sneezy. Don't cut your finger. That would be bad. Nobody wants blood in their pasta salad. All right, now I'm just gonna cut these into smaller, like matchsticks, because I don't like big hunks of cucumber in my pasta salad. And I'm gonna do that to all of them. And again, just little tiny bite-sized pieces. All right, so I have everything prepared. And now, ladies, I would not put this on a paper plate. I'm only doing this for you. No more mess, but I want you to see. This is 3 large ribs of celery, finely chopped, 4 medium to large sized carrots chopped. This is not quite a whole bunch of broccoli. I am not a big raw broccoli fan, so I chop it up as tiny as I can. And then this is 1 large seeded cucumber. And of course we talked about the black olives. So, and the pasta has been cooked with a little bit of salt, and I just ran some water over it to get it to quick cooking because I don't want to put salad dressing on hot pasta. So we're just gonna put everything in the bowl. This So I'm gonna go ahead and add all this. I'll stir it up and then I'll come back and I'll show you the dressing. Okay, I have stirred it all up, and as you can see, I tried to save myself a step by putting it in the bowl I was gonna serve it in. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work because as soon as I started mixing it, vegetables went flying everywhere. So everything is mixed up, and I just wanted to let you know, if you think it doesn't have enough color because there is an awful lot of green, you can use cherry tomatoes, or these are Marzano. These are amazing. But I would not put these in until the day of because I think it'll get soggy, but I think this is fine. I'm not gonna use the tomatoes. So now we go to the dressing. And since I'm making this the night before, which it's always better the second day, I'm only gonna use about half this bottle of dressing and let it sit, and then I will add the second half maybe an hour before we serve it. That's not quite half. And you can use house Italian, you can use zesty Italian, whatever your little taste buds desire. You could probably use Caesar salad dressing, ranch dressing. This is what we've always used. So this is what it looks like. I know it's very exciting. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up and let it sit overnight, and I'll probably put the dressing in before I take it to Maureen's because I don't have to mix it in this little tiny bowl again. So this is my super simple pasta salad. Alright guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the apron that I'm wearing. As you can see, it's from Williams-Sonoma. It has my name on it, and mine is very well loved. I always go into Williams-Sonoma, even though I can't always afford everything at Williams-Sonoma. I love their clearance sales. And one year, right before Christmas, I went in, I think it was even before Thanksgiving, and they had these aprons on sale for less than $10. So I bought one for every woman in our family, and I took it to the embroider, and we all have our names embroidered on it. So I had a beautiful gift for each of the women of my family for less than $20. So I just wanted to kind of brag a little bit about my apron. Okay, so we've made it to the housewarming party, and we have the pasta salad. I put the rest of the dressing in and stirred it up, so now the moment of truth.
Yummy.
We haven't tasted it yet. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Amen? Love it?
Oh, I just stuck my fork back in there.
Well, that's all right. It's all family. So this is the super simple pasta salad.